chat about patterns of symbiosis versus patterns of, a virus, being a virus here. And that's connected to greed, right? And we know we're healing from the 7 deadly sins. This is part of how we heal with our chakras. Each of the 7 deadly sins is connected to the 7 main chakras. And one of our goals here in mission work is to expand with our 2 of Cups, right? This is healing from hierarchy. The hierarchy that's been created here, where we're living in such a warped and twisted world where you see the elite, people with much power and money, having everything and having access to everything. And people that are poor having less access to things, even including healthcare, being able to create a healthy environment, being oppressed, right? And we're healing from hierarchy. There's enough here for everybody, and for there's enough abundance here for it all to go around, and to live in a world where we're creating with communities that thrive because we honor our how we're connected and sharing. Sharing is caring. So we're gonna elevate with these patterns, and we're you see people that create with some of these virus patterns. They're really disconnected from truth and life, the truth of life here. And we're healing from separateness that causes selfishness. Now let's talk about these patterns of symbiosis versus virus patterning. Another one of the tricks of this artificial hack, of this artificial matrix, is to put us in oppression. To put us in oppression, and we feel depressed, put us in patterns of separation, which creates selfishness. And because we're suffering and we're in lack of, we've created with patterns that we just don't care. We're suffering, we're living in lack of, we're oppressed. So we have to create like this, it's okay to harm life, it's okay to destroy life, because we need to make a living. We need to survive, we need to feed our families, but we're not using the bird's eye view. First of all, we're not creating with our hearts, we're not creating with integrity and noble patterning. And we're not creating with the bird's eye view. We're not looking at the big picture here. We're living for today. And, when we say things like, I have to do this to feed my kids, but we have kids, and kids are the future. And these are things that, if they're triggering, we need to heal from that, because we need to be able to actually heal, repair, and mend this, and look at the truth and look at these very negative truths and say, okay, yes, I do need to feed my kids today. Let's honor that. Or I do need to feed myself. Or I have been living in lack of. I have been oppressed. I am depressed. I am suffering. I am caught in the struggle. But 2 negatives don't make a positive. That's not a working battery. That's not manifestation. That's not shape-shifting. That's not healing. That's not high vibe. That's not creating the high vibes. And you know what? I need to make a better future. And I need to care about the earth. I need to care about life. I am connected to life. We are connected to life. We are all connected, and thus but reflections of ourselves and each other, and what we resonate with and what we don't. And destroying the earth because we're suffering is not okay. There are other ways that we can grow and expand here. Because of this hack, though, they've been made harder. It's been made harder to create that way, and it was designed that way on purpose. But this is where, when, I love that saying, when things get tough, the tough get going. And we have everything we need inside, guys, in order to do this. And we're very driven. We're very passionate. This is through the heart chakra. And also, too, remembering that the creator has a plan and is going to use the energy of the opposites in order to help us to create the whole and heal. Not everything that's being done within this planet is bad. We do need to look at going green. And we need to stop fighting the new. We need to stop tearing it down. I'm sure you've heard, solar panels are horrible. Windmills are horrible. All this stuff is horrible. And There's good and bad in everything. Positive and negative everywhere. Let's not get tricked. But we do need to start moving forth with the future. What's just, I find sad is there are so many technologies out there that we don't even have access to. And they've been hidden from us. And there's so many different ways that we could be creating here on this planet. And, you know, that is being kept from us, and that is wrong. But we need to remember we are in the time, this massive time of seeing what's behind the veil. And we don't always want to be tearing down what's new. You know, where I live, like oil and gas is it. I feel like I live with a bunch of dinosaurs and we're always arguing oil and gas, oil and gas. That's how I make my living. You know, that's how I make my money. But I've also seen people get lost in the luxuries of that and play ego games and just, you know, I've seen the negative side of that. I've seen the very destructive side of, you know, I'm living lavishly. I'm in oil and gas and, you know, I'm above all you guys. And I'm not saying everyone, guys, but yeah, I've seen a very negative side to that. And how, you know, where I live, the government has decided, you know, they're going to sell off the sacred mountains to China to be destroyed for coal and for fuel. That's wrong. This is wrong. In 2022, we need to be moving forward. We need to be creating in different ways. Like, you know, Back to the Future where the car runs off garbage. And Starseeds came here in order to create like this. You know, I remember seeing this machine that a Starseed created that goes within the water. And it's a beautiful boat that looks like a face and has a mouth. And the mouth is like a wheel that's spinning and picks up all the garbage within the ocean and the waters. Now, we do need to honor the fact we shouldn't be polluting. But also, too, let's not tear down these inventions that are going to help revolutionize the upliftment and healing of life here. You know, and it's not, and just be mindful and say, you know what, well, we're suffering so the animals can suffer. Well, we're suffering so life can suffer. Well, I need to eat and make a living so I can ravage the earth and life here. That's twisted, and we're untwisting it, because all those things we're doing without, we're doing within. We're causing harm within, and we are all connected. And this is just, you know, something to be honored and mindful of, guys. There are many even now lodges and hotels and things like that are going green. And we want to support these things. We want to support life. Right now more than ever, we want to be supporting patterns of symbiosis and where we support life, healing, repair, and mending to create these beautiful golden ages we came here to create, guys. Now, there are other ways that we're going to heal from patterns of being a virus and creating symbiosis patterns with life. And we're going to talk about that more in our main message. But I do want to say, guys, this is where, when we are expanding, we need to do our own research, and where we feel called to do our own research, because you know, much of this, you know, you've been taught in school or you've been educated that we have to save electricity, and many people have put, you know, taken luminescent lights out of their home and put in LED lights. If you do research on LED lights, they're very bad for our endocrine system. They're very bad for our hormones. Luminescent lights are closer to natural lighting, and this is where we have to honor what's natural. And we do need to do our research to see, when we're healing, what is actually healing and what is actually harming. And this is where, too, we can use the monetary system to get tricked. We've been trained, you know, and programmed to see that, oh, well, LED lights save money. But are they healing? Are they better for our health in the long run? And I mean, you've heard what happens if you break one of these lights open. It's not good for the environment. So this is where we don't want to get tricked. And we do want to spend time creating with the natural elements. Not what's artificial, but what's natural. We are going to speak more about, you know, other things we can do within the main message and just share some more information. let's head on to that part if you haven't been there yet, guys. We're going to expand with the tarot and the oracle cards and receive a message. I love you all, and I'll see you there, guys.